If you ever debated why you dislike or like teams, the White Sox are in that category with an H. Hate. This team is nasty. What Tim Anderson did the night before to Rocchio was wrong. And you know what? For him just to stand over Jose Ramirez, like that's disrespectful. It's BS. And it's enough. And good for Jose Ramirez to stand up for himself. Down goes Anderson. Down goes Anderson's right. You know what? And good for Jose Ramirez. Good for Jose. You know what? We need to show some fight. And you know what Jose said? Enough of you, Tim. Enough. You threw off our player yesterday. You're going to stand over me and be disrespectful for you? Disrespectful to me? Forget it. Cleveland tough. Cleveland courage. Cleveland courageous. The fighting guards are here. We lost, but we won in the column when it comes to mentality. Because we showed the White Sox, you don't mess around with us. You're not going to push us around. You're not going to stand over us. We are not taking your crap anymore. Good for Jose Ramirez. JRAM's going to get suspended. Yes, Michael. But you know what? That's okay. Because we saw the fight and the spirit I've been looking for this week. Jose Ramirez stood up for a lot of things. He stood up to Tim Anderson for what he did last night to Rocchio. Tim Anderson's been talking crap for years. Years. It's good to see him get a little spitfire on Tim. It was good. And good for Francona to go over to the new manager and be like, what the hell's going on over there? What the hell's going on? It was good to see. Good to see some fight. Syndergaard's got to keep the ball in the ballpark. Season's done. He's getting suspended. Put him on ice. Tim Anderson's done. Tim Anderson looked weak. Tim Anderson came off as look, Tim Anderson's a jerk. He's a jerk. And finally, Jose said enough. He basically looked at him and goes, what is your problem, dude? And then Tim Anderson wanted to fight him, and Jose knocked him out. Most hype I've been after a loss. I feel the same way you do, Ryan. I don't like losing, and I hear the comments in this room, and I'm reading them. Let me just say, this is not good for the season. But I'm glad to see some fight. I'm glad to see this team finally get some spunk. And it's good to see Francona get a little spirited with the other manager. Because that White Sox team's out of control. They're out of control. Are you confident they can overcome the Twinkies? Look, in the season, TH 24-25, this might be a dart. But the Guardians needed to show some fight. Jose slayed that man down. Yes, he did. And we saw some fight tonight from the Guardians. Finally. They haven't really fought all week. They won yesterday. But the spirit, where that's been all week, maybe it's probably through the trades, maybe through injuries, I don't know. But the Guardians had lost their fight. The fighting guards are back. Cleveland courage. Heart. Even in a loss, it's important to see. This is a nice spark from the leader. Let's go. This team is not a joke, A-Train. BKdo smoking that good stuff. Tristan, we aren't going to overtake Minnesota, though. Man, we aren't just good enough. I love the fight. You know what? After this game, it changes the series. Let's see if the Guardians can fight back. But look, you can't lose JRAM and Naylor. And JRAM's going to get suspended multiple games. I think Francona's going to go down for multiple games. Now, I think Francona's like 1 or 2 games. But I do think JRAM, we're talking like multiple, like 4 or 5. 22 years ago, it was a great night against Seattle. I'll never forget Kenny Lofton scoring. I was working at Quaker Steak and Lube in Ohio. And I remember watching that game, and I was going crazy. Can't hate on the White Sox. Can't hate on Tim Anderson. Why can't we hate on Tim Anderson? I don't agree with that. We won the most important match today. Yes, we did. You sometimes have to show spirit, have to show life, have to show fight. The Guardians needed to show that today, and they did. Yeah, I literally don't care about a record. I just want to see Tim and Jose in a ring, says musician. It's not good, but I don't blame Jose at all. I agree with you. Mindy. Mindy's a good fan. Look, I want the Guardians to win. And I'm not happy they lost. But they won something today I hadn't seen in a while this week. Spirit, fight, wanting it. They were mad. It's good to see some emotion. Exactly, Susie, exactly. if the players, if only the front office had some cojones like the players, I do think some of the front office guys have good mindsets, actually, pro Boro. I don't understand the trade for Savali. People have heard me rant about that, so I'm not going to do it tonight. But I do think they have the good things in mind. I actually think the front office is good, but the Savali trade, I think the wheels came off. Sarbaugh was not happy either. Good for Sarbaugh, too. I would trade JRAM. No, B. Cato, you're wrong. B. Cato, you're crazy. B. Cato, you're crazy. Reminds me of Spida and Dylan Books. Something like that. Jose needs to take down the winner, Jake Paul, Nate Diaz. We're not winning the division. I know the fight is back with the injuries and stuff. Colin, I do agree with what you're saying. But if the Guardians have had such a bizarre tempo, spirited week. It was good to see some fight. I don't ever want to... there's just sometimes I'm watching replay now, and what Anderson did, and I love Ramirez's reaction. I love his spirit. I love his fight. I like how he connected with Tim Anderson. I like that they won the fight. And I like that Jose basically said, you know what? We're not going to take it anymore, Tim. You're not going to stand over me. And again, Anderson punked us last night, too, by pushing off Rocchio's hand. BC Boys, drop. Quaker Steak in Elyria. Quaker Steak in Columbus, Ohio. Powell, Ohio. I agree with you. Email. We can definitely hate on Tim Anderson. Yeah, I don't like Tim. Love Jose. Thought it was a hockey game. I think Jose 4 or 5 games. Jose leading the team with his bat and his right hand. True King. Jose, the new mile. Well, we'll see. Seeing any emotion from the guards is good to see. It really is, LB Browns. This team this week has looked flat, and they haven't seemed spirited. It's good to see that this week. We need to win a division. Yes, we do. How many games do you think Jose will get? 4 to 5. Jose needed to drop Anderson. I agree with you, Schwiggs. I agree with you. The umpire is going to get fired. Just let him go. They need to wake up and start winning. A-Train, I'm with you. They got to start winning games. The Twins are going to win tonight. But you need these moments sometimes to show the real spirit of your team. And that's what we got tonight. Elvis Andrews, again, Guardian, Indian killer for years. Guardian killer tonight, too. Gosh, that guy tears us up. B. Cato, you're getting hated on in this room. You can't have your franchise player. Look, B. Cato, I don't agree at all. Jose Ramirez did what he had to do tonight. Tim Anderson wanted to fight. He got to fight. He got to fight! Showed some heart. I think Francona and Jose have pent on frustration. Yes, they do. B. Cato, you need to see fight and energy sometimes. Anderson threw the first punch. Of course he did. Browns win Super Bowl. Gosh, I hope so. Real quickly, I love Joe Thomas' speech today. I love Joe. I fell more in love with Joe after his speech. True Clevelander. We got screwed tonight before. Exactly, Law Irish, exactly. Jensen and Al are just trolling Tim and calling him out. Exactly, musician, that's exactly right. By the way, this needed to happen after Tim Anderson tried to stand over Jose, tried to disrespect him, and Jose basically said, "What is your problem?" Tim got crazy, put up his fist, and that was it. Got knocked out, by the way. Yes, we can still win the AL Central. GV Artwork needs to make a few t-shirts for Jose after this. Maybe Believe in the Land. Email, make a few t-shirts after this. Major League 2 vibes. Tonight's vibe is about last night. Exactly. Law Irish. Exactly. It started with Anderson pushing off Rocchio, and that's where this whole thing started. Thoughts on Calhoun? Nice player, LB Browns, but truthfully, not. I mean, look, it is what it is right now. The Guardians. It's amazing what happens when you start trading away players. All of a sudden, you're running out of players. Now Freeman's hurt. Now Naylor's hurt. Now you're out of guys. So Calhoun's a nice player for now, not long term. Nothing against the man. I'm happy Calhoun's making it, but Calhoun's not nothing more than that. Hernandez and Martinez got tossed after a fight against the Dread Tigers. There you go. We can still win this division. I agree. See, that's my point, Colleen. You can still win it. Colleen Scott Fiction's right. And that's my point here. You can win this with emotion. You can still win the season. The Guardians have played so flat this week. and so uninspired. To get this back, they needed it. Love seeing Jose squared up. I agree with you. A player who won't fight is a player who... I agree with you about that, too, Justin Klink. Need to see it. Is basically calm. And you know what, Colin? He was calm all the way up to the point where the fist came up. As soon as the fist came up, Jose's like, you know what? Yeah, let's go. Jose's a good dude. Not out of line at all. Exactly, Dom. We need a win tomorrow. Email, there you go. By the way, sign up for the newsletter, BelieveInTheLand.com. Sign up for the newsletter, BelieveInTheLand.com. I'll take Jose over Miles Hellman, exactly. JRAM took out the garbage, he did. Joe Thomas rambled too much? No. Not at all. Jose's also ticked off of the other team. Yes, he is. He is. Better win tomorrow. Law, Irish. They're actually getting to that point. They got to start winning more games. They're starting to run out of time a little bit. You got to win tomorrow. You got to win 3 out of 4 against Toronto. Not easy. No, he's not, BKato. BKato, you got to calm down. BKato, take a breath. BKato, I love you in this room, but you got to stop saying that stuff. You can't say stuff like that. No, they don't. Aphatica. Hopefully that fight wakes him up. That's my point tonight. Tim Anderson trying to stay... yeah, exactly. Farm... I don't know what... Tim Anderson has had a stick up his ass about Cleveland for a while. And you know what? Finally, the Guardian said, you know what? Enough. And JRAM knocked him out. Hope MLB office doesn't like Cleveland baseball. Well, Irish, we'll see. Naylor and a bunch of these players are mad about the trades. They are upset about the trades. That's why they had the whole team meeting. I'm not going to deny that. I mean, that's silly for me not to say that because I'm not naive. Of course it has something to do with it tonight. But to also say at a certain point that, you know, they got to move on. They got to be professionals. The benches will be cleared again. Someone's going to get thrown out. My t-shirt came today. There you go, B Browns. Believe in the Land merchandise. Sign up for Commanders Browns tickets. Be Cato. Be Cato. I be careful tonight in this room, buddy. Classic be Cato. Woo! I think all the MLB wanted was to knock Tim Anderson out. Well, happened tonight. Who pitches tomorrow? I believe it's Xavier Curry. I believe it's Curry tomorrow. Anderson and JRAM. Yeah, I agree with the LB Browns. Anderson has been a thorn. He's always hated Cleveland. He's made it very public. You know what? It was time for that to happen. Good for JRAM. Good for the spirit of this club. Happy for Joe Thomas. Oh, B. Cato, relax. B. Cato, relax. I think you're fighting yourself. Take it, buddy. You got to relax. Drink a cold one. Come back tomorrow. You got to realize what you're saying is not cool. I like it, but you can't say that stuff. Exactly, Raymond. Exactly. All right. Good to see the Guardians fighting tonight. The loss stings, though. Loss stings. They got to start winning games. Got to start winning games. Guardians, though, needed that tonight. They need to show some fight. They got to win tomorrow. They got to win 3 out of 4 against Toronto. Not easy. We'll see what happens tomorrow. Jose for president. Jose for everything. Go Guards is right. Oh, my gosh. All right. Go Guardians. Good to see the fight tonight. Be back on tomorrow after an early start, by the way, tomorrow for Guards Tri-Sox. See you guys tomorrow.